Hey, shalom, shalom, manakna wahai barsha Allah walakim la thumb. Call Shabawai Barucha Wakak Shah Yahweh Bahasham Yahushua Ma'amath, which is truly hey with the Hebrew Israelites coming to you week in and week out through the spirit and power of Yahweh Bahasham Yahushua to preach to you so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, West Indians, Haitians, Israelite foreigners. Nachamatham Kayam Malak Wathasha Mayim Korab. Repent, yea, for the kingdom of heaven is at hand. Call Layim La Yahweh Bahasham Yahushua Bahasham Racha HaKodash. Wa Mashana Kabarim Zuklaim Nawa. Wa Malakim Shoy Shalaz Zuklaim Racha Gadwa. Wa Chasa Wa Shalom. Wa Barakim Laha Bacharim Shah Shalom. Alright, so all praise to the Most High Yahweh, which means He exists. Bahasham, in the name of Yahweh Shai delivers. Double honors to the elders and apostles of Israel, the elders and apostles of Great Millstone. Mercy, peace, and blessings to the elect of the nation of Israel. Shalom, which means peace. So this is the word for woman because it's been like a hot topic in like most recent months or years. You know, because pretty much you got people that's identifying as women, but they can't identify the term of a woman. They can't give a straightforward definition. It's always like roundabout answers. So I got the origin. I also have the etymology pulled up. It says Old English. Then it has English. It says man, wife, because a woman is a wife of a man. Then it says wife, man, and then it forms woman. So then it says wife, man. Then it says man, see, wife, and man, a formation peculiar to English, the ancient word being wife, because women are wives of men. All right, let's get this. It says adult female human. It says late Old English, Y man, literally woman, man, alteration of wife, man, woman, female servant, because that's essentially what a woman is, a female servant. These are things that are synonymous with a woman, a female servant, and also a wife. Now, I want to get the literal definition of the term woman, and I'm going to go into a like an article on Wikipedia. So this says, let's see, I'll type in wife. Well, actually, it has a term woman in here as well, but they should be the same word. So we got Asha, which is woman, and we also have it just has woman. But yeah, they're the same thing. It says woman, wife, female. Then it says woman opposite of man, woman married to a man, and that's why they're synonymous, because you got a woman that's the opposite of a man, then you got a wife, a woman married to a man. Then it says female of animals. All right, but what all do they have in common? And it would be opposite of man. You see, now, pretty much all of those. But the point that I wanted to get was opposite of man. Let's go to Deuteronomy, Devarim 23 and verse 1, because this tells you, it said opposite of man. So what is a man? All right, it says he that is wounded in the stones or hath his privy member cut off shall not enter into the congregation of the Lord. Let's get that word for privy member. All right, so it reads shapaka. Yeah, shapaka. It says a pipe for blowing for pouring forth wine, i.e. the penis. It says male organ. All right, so what is the opposite of that? All right, if you look at two when you look in, like, I guess the electronics world or just anything that you make with your hands, they always say the male part and the female part, showing you that everything goes back to the origin of the scriptures. All right, the male part is the part that has the rod. All right, and the female part has the hose. All right, when you look at like a socket in your house, you got the plug and you got the socket. All right, the female will be the socket. All right, it's plain, cut and dry. There's no in between and no confusion in that. All right, there's no confusion with the Lord. Let's get another precept. This is Malachi chapter 3 and verse 6. It says, for I am the Lord, I change not. Therefore, ye sons of Jacob, that's how you say Jacob in Hebrew, are not consumed. All right, the Lord doesn't change. So the male is always going to be a male. A female is always going to be a female. It's not going to be no changes, no in between, no gray areas. It's black and white, you see. Let's go to that. This right here. It says, what is a woman? It says, what is a woman? Is a 2022 American outline film about gender and T issues presented by conservative political commentator Matt Walsh. The film was released by conservative website The Daily Wire. It says Walsh asked various people what is a woman. Walsh said he made the film in opposition to gender ideology. It is described in some sources as anti-T or T-phobic. Now let's go into gender ideology. It says is a international movement which opposes what it refers to as gender ideology, gender theory, or genderism. It says the terms cover a variety of issues. I'm gonna go into this gender theory. It says is an interdisciplinary academic field devoted to analyzing gender identity and gender representation. Gender studies originated in the field of women's studies concerning women, feminism, gender, and politics. The field now overlaps with queer studies and men's studies. Its rise to prominence, especially in Western universities after 1990, coincided with the rise of deconstruction. It says deconstruction is any of loosely defined set of approaches to understanding the relationship between text and meaning. So gray areas. It says the concept of deconstruction was introduced by the philosopher Jacques Derrida, who described it as a turn away from Platonism, ideas of true forms or essences which are value above appearances. Since 1980s, these proposals of language fluidity, instead of being ideally static and discernible, have inspired a range of studies in humanities, including disciplines of law, anthropology, historiography, linguistics, sociolinguistics, psychoanalysis, the ABC studies, feminism. Deconstruction also inspired deconstructivism in architect and remains important within art, music, and literary criticism. Now, this is difficult. It says there have been problems defining deconstruction. Derrida claimed that all of his essays were attempts to define deconstruction is necessarily complicated and difficult to explain, since it actively criticizes the very language needed to explain it. Now, when you go into words, all right, it can be broken down. When you look at Hebrew, all right, which is more so with Hebrew, each thing has a part and each thing means something. So if you break something down in English, all right, D, which roughly paraphrasing, when you go into D, it means construction is to bring together, to construct something, to build. All right, when you put D in front of it, it means that you basically taking away from it. All right, so deconstruction, that means you're tearing it down. So what's being teared down? All right, because pretty much what they're pushing is Satanism. All right, this is Yeshaya Isaiah chapter 29 and verse 16. It says, "Surely your turning of things upside down shall be esteemed as the potter's clay, for shall the work say of him that made it, he made me not, or shall the thing framed say of him that framed it, he had no understanding." All right, and when you go into this word upside down, all right, it says hapak, perverseness, perversity. All right, so you turn it upside down, but what about if it's right side up? That's how it was meant to be. All right, I'm gonna get another one. This is Ayawab, Job 21. I'm start at verse 14, because pretty much they turn things upside down. All right, and when they're truly supposed to be right side up, because the Lord said he don't change, so he made man and woman from the beginning. It says, therefore, this is Job, Ayawab 21 and verse 14. It says, therefore they say unto the Most High, depart from us, for we desire not the knowledge of thy ways. What is the Almighty that we should serve him? And what profit should we have if we pray unto him? All right, so pretty much they tearing down what was established from the beginning. It says, lo, their good is not in their hand. The counsel of the wicked is far from me. And we can see that because the Lord constructed something and they're deconstructing it. It says, how oft is the candle of the wicked put out, and how oft cometh their destruction upon them? It says, the Most High distributeth sorrows in his anger. Hey, so they're going to be judged for this, all right? It says, I'm gonna keep going. It says, they are as stubble before the wind, and as chaff that the storm carrieth away. The Most High layeth up his iniquity for his children. He rewardeth him, he shall know it. His eyes shall see his destruction, and he shall drink of the wrath of the Almighty. So the Lord is going to destroy him for his abominations and his wickedness, this deconstructivism or whatever they want to call it, you see. Because they don't even give a definitive answer, you see, because with the Lord, let me get this. This is 1 Corinthians 14:33 says, for the Most High is not the author of confusion, but of peace, as in all churches of the saints. Now, let me get this word for peace. So it reads, the state of national tranquility. It says security, safety, felicity. Let me see. It says implication, prosperity, quietness, set at one again. Concord. Peace between individuals, harmony, concord. When you go into con, it means with, cord means with an agreement, you see. So everything is pretty much at peace. All right, good order. All right, it says specifically good order opposed to, it says security, safety. All right, pretty much everything has a order. All right, let me get this. This is Ayawab, Job chapter 10 and verse 21. It says, before I go once, I shall not return, even to the land of darkness and the shadow of death, a land of darkness as darkness itself, and of the shadow of death without any order, and where the light is as darkness. So the light is as darkness here. You see, they put the darkness for light and light for dark. You see, it says without any order, because again, going back to that, you know, because the Lord say he set everything in peace, so to speak. You see, or the Lord did set, he's not the author of a confusion. All right, so with the opposite of confusion is with the order. All right, and it says Sadar. There's a certain arrangement and order that the Lord set everything up. You see, so he has a man and he has a woman. There's no gray areas. It's always a definitive line. All right, men have penises, they got a rod. All right, women have female parts. They have a vagina and they have a hole. You see, it's that simple. You see, but I don't want to zaz up on the Apollos with those a beautiful edification through the spirit. Why do I want to zaz? Yash, Salak. I don't want to zaz. Thumb, Yash, Yawam, Tawab. Hey, Lords, will you all have a good day. Hey, Shalom.